day 30. Good morning. This is Laura Casey. 30 days of how to start a business. Today we are focusing on the best practices for starting your business. 10 best practices for starting your business. As I mentioned in previous videos, you may or may not be aware that 99.7% of businesses are sole proprietorships. And I got that off of the irs.gov website. So may or may not change. I don't know when they last updated their data. It is the government after all. So that might be like 20 years old, but maybe not. I think with COVID and everything, a lot of people started their own businesses. So when you're starting your business, there's a couple questions you need to ask yourself. And the one is, am I doing what I love? Is this something that I love? If I'm starting a business, if I'm starting from scratch, is it something that I'm going to continue to be motivated to do when I don't get any views or I don't get any clients? Am I going to still be motivated? In my wealth management business, bring prospects on. I do that a lot by calling. A lot of people don't answer. I've actually only had one person out of like thousands of calls over the last umpteen years of actually not be very nice to me. But I do get a lot of not interested. And you have to have a thick skin and know that like some months, some years are going to be better than others. But if you're doing what you love, if you think you're good at it, you're going to stick with it. Do you have the qualities for an entrepreneur? And part of that is the thick skin, right? Am I okay with having said no to? Am I okay with managing my own time? I mean, I'm very good at time management, pretty much self-motivated. I don't necessarily need to have a boss overlooking me and overlooking what I'm doing. And are you prepared for failure? So I would tell you, I don't like that one. I've read that in a bunch of places. Don't be prepared for failure. Don't fail. I'm not going to fail. So this YouTube channel, I might be 10 years from now being like, next month I might get monetized, or next month I'm looking for my 11th subscriber. Oh, please subscribe and like my channel or like the video, however that works. I don't like failure. I don't think you need to accept failure. I think if you go into something accepting failure, you're kind of, going to fail. Go in there with the attitude that you're going to figure out how to succeed and keep working at it until you succeed, until there's a reason for you to admit failure. Fine. You might have to admit failure, but don't go into something like saying I'm okay to fail. Ugh, don't ever do that. Don't do that. That was horrible. Not sure why I even wrote that down, because I think I wrote it down. I was like, why would someone start a business preparing to fail? Why wouldn't you start a business believing in yourself, believing that you could do it, believe that you're going to put the work into it and you're going to find a way? And if you specifically can't find a way, reach out to somebody else. I mean, I definitely use other people, mainly my brother and my husband and my father, to bounce ideas off of. How do you think I should approach this? When I worked at Morgan Stanley, I will tell you, I got some pretty bad advice on how to bring on clients. And thankfully, I knew not to listen. My gut said not to listen, and then I would bounce it off of other people, and yeah, they agreed with me. And the reason why is the person that's giving me the advice was a financial advisor that failed at being a financial advisor. So why would I listen to you? You didn't succeed at being a financial advisor. So have people that you can talk with, know their background. So if you are talking to someone about starting a new business and that person tried 4 businesses and failed, they might not be the right person to talk to about starting a business. It is nice to have a network that you can talk to. Number 2 is write a business plan. And lucky for you, I have in detail, the 10 things that should go into a business plan, like what you should brainstorm before you write a business plan, and then different sections. I haven't gotten to the funding and forecasting yet because I kind of took a step over and wanted to make videos on all the things I needed to learn about a YouTube channel and how to make it work and how to market my YouTube channel. So I created some videos for that, since that was stuff that I had recently researched and was on the top of my mind. But I will get to those videos probably within the next month because I was an equity research analyst for years, so I have a ton of experience and expertise in modeling and forecasting. So I'd like to be able to share that knowledge with you. The other is the next thing you should do is to create a brand. And by brand, I mean, have a logo. What is your brand? Do you have a motto? Have a color scheme? As you'll see, I decided after trial and error with thumbnails to create basically a standard look on my thumbnails. And mainly because I'm 50. I'm not 20. I'm not 30. I had like bright neon, like $200, $300 a day, new business ideas, etc. And I realized it's not me. Maybe if I was 20, I would do that. But I'm not. I'm I'm 50 something or other. What is today? Yeah, I'm 52. I am 52. So for a long time I was saying I was 52, like weeks before my birthday. Then I started saying I was 49. My birthday was just 2 days ago. Yeah, I know I look older now. So now I'm back to being 50 again, even though it literally was 2 days ago. So how do I not remember my own birthday? But yeah, no, I had a birthday cake and got a little present, which was nice. So yeah, I'm older now. So sorry, I lost my train of thought. But so that's why I decided to go for a more mature look, because I am a more mature, I figured my audience would be a little bit more mature. The next is get your paperwork down. So that is my next video, is about paperwork, but you need to figure out, do you need to register your business? Do you need to get a tax ID number? What is your organizational structure? I do have a video on that. Are you going to be sole proprietorship? I'm set up as an LLC with my wealth management business. Are you going to have a partner? Are you going to be a partnership? So figure all that out. You should get a domain name, or a domain, shouldn't say domain name, but a domain, because even if you are a retail shop, you should have a website. And even if that website says, hey, come see us on 1 Main Street in Albuquerque, New Mexico, like it should say something. And you should have that website available. So prior to starting your business, you should also have a budget. You know, what can you spend? I mean, are you having a retail shop? Are you, the domain expenses? Do you have to have office space or furniture? What are your expenses and what can you afford? And then you have to, work from there. When it comes to what you're paying for, whether it's products you're selling or office space, make sure you negotiate. Don't ever take someone's first price. Some places might say, oh, we're not negotiable. I'll tell you, office space, there's a ton of free office space, mainly in New York City, but pretty much everywhere, because people like me are working from home. So, you probably could negotiate down whatever prices are being offered for products and office space. So make sure you do that. Are you someone that can delegate? So I try my hardest to delegate when it comes to this YouTube channel. I have asked my kids to research things for me. I have asked them to help with the video editing. Tell them it's really not that hard to learn. But so I'm good at delegating. No. I'm good at wanting to delegate. I'm not good at finding people to delegate to. So see like what you're planning to take on, that whole big picture. Is it something that you can handle yourself? So most of the things I do, I can handle myself. I would like to be able to delegate some of my wealth management business. There are certain, I'd have to get someone that's licensed. That makes them more expensive. Right now, I'm not at a point where I want to have that additional expense of somebody else. So I'm not doing that. My social media or my YouTube, I can do myself. I'd like to delegate it to my kids, because I end up having to give them money anyway. So I was thinking, well, they could earn it and then I don't have to give them money, but I think they're on to me. So they're like, she'll give it to us anyway. I'm not going to tell them no, they can't go to a birthday party or they can't go skating with their friends, and then I end up giving them money. But so there's that. So you also want to build a network. I touched on that earlier when it comes to kind of your ideas and bouncing things off of. So have a network of people that you can communicate with, whether it is you need motivation or you need ideas, or you guys can help each other with sales. If that's most businesses have sales, whether it's selling a product or selling an idea or a service. Your financial advisory and totally sales. And then are you able to organize your time and space? So my YouTube area is organized down here in the basement. It is a spare room that we have that I've organized. My advisory business is all upstairs in my office with my 4 monitors and everything else, and that place is all organized for my advisory business. My time, I've organized my time. Right now, my daughter's not playing tennis because she hurt her knee, so that's partly why I did this 30 days. I knew I had 30 days where I wasn't having to drive around for tennis. But going forward, when she's back playing and I don't have that extra time, my mornings are my advisory. I meditate, I start doing my research. I reach out to clients if I want. My early afternoons, I spend prospecting for new clients. And then later in the afternoon, when the market's closed, if I don't have any client calls, it's driving kids around, it's tutoring the kids, making sure they get their homework done, meals. And then at night, 7:30, 7:30 is too early. 8:30, when I climb in bed, is when I will start researching for my next video for the next day. So I'm able to do that. When she's back at tennis, I'd probably be doing a bunch of that stuff in the car. So I sit in the car for the 2 hours while she plays tennis, and I can get a lot of work done. So are you good at organizing your time? And then go online. You need to create a website. You can use social media, utilize social media. I actually just the other day, maybe it was about a week, 10 days ago or so, maybe more, maybe 2 weeks. I actually started inundating Twitter with links to my videos, and guess what? My video views went way up, and my subscription went way up because I'm sending it out there. Before I was like, oh, whoever comes to Yahoo and whoever comes to YouTube and finds my videos, I'll just do it that way. Like, I don't really care. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, gosh, like, why am I spending all this time if I don't want people to view it? Like, why would I bother? Utilize social media. It actually works. It gets in front of eyeballs. I don't know how many eyeballs people have seen my stuff on on Twitter. But it definitely was a big skyrocket. I also realized, like, aside from like forgetting to ask people to subscribe or to like on my videos, I forgot to put hashtags on Twitter. So I don't know how many tweets went out without hashtags, but there was like a dramatic rise in my views and everything when I started tweeting out my videos. And the last is, and I'm doing that all the time, is learn and adapt. So you have to learn and adapt. You have to realize that your first efforts might not be the best or the smartest. I like to try to do things more efficiently. So what can I learn for myself to be more efficient? I realized that when I was reaching out to prospects, I read that you should get them first thing in the morning. I realized that it's later in the afternoon when they're more likely to talk to me. And I'll get into hour-long conversations with people I've never talked to before. Now, I'm not saying they become clients, but they're more apt to talk to me. I think a lot of people are similar to me, where they're like hyper productive when they first get in the office in the morning. So 8, 9, 10, nobody wants my call. So I've learned that. I've adapted my schedule. I'm willing to continue to learn and adapt. Don't call anyone between Christmas and New Year's. Nobody wants to talk to me then. So learn and adapt, utilize your time wisely, and go back and be okay to say this is wrong. And definitely reach out to help. So if anyone has comments about what I could do better, please leave them. If you guys have started a YouTube channel and you've kind of stumbled upon my videos, leave your channel link down below. I'd be happy to subscribe and watch. I'd be happy to give you any advice. And please leave me some. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.